Hello and welcome to this demonstration of the Panacea Labour Rate Calculator. This tool allows you to calculate the real hourly rate cost of your employees. Select Free Access. Read through the introduction screen and select Start. For step 1, we enter the employment information. For our example, we use an electrician. A name of the employee. From the drop-down list, we'll select they're a full-time employee. If the employee is paid under an award, enter its name here. Enter the amount you pay the employee. We'll say $25 per hour. Enter the amount of hours per day and per week your employee works. In our example, 40 hours per week, 8 hours per day. Select Next. We now want to calculate the paid non-productive time. If an employee receives paid public holidays, enter the number of days here. Enter the number of paid annual leave days an employee receives. We'll say 20 days. In some countries, employees receive additional amounts while they're on paid leave. If this is the case, enter it here. We'll select 3% additional to their base rate. Enter the number of paid sick days per year an employee is entitled to. If you provide the employee paid training time, enter the amount of time here. And if the employee receives paid time off for increased productivity, enter the amount of time here. If you have your own information, you can also enter it. Select Next. As step 2 shows, the employee works 5 days and 40 hours per week. This equates to 260 days per year, which is 2,080 hours. From these 2,080 hours, we need to deduct the amount of non-productive time. From the previous screen, we've entered the values here. From our first screen, we said the employee was paid $25 an hour, which equates to $52,000 a year. Adding our leave loading adds $120 per year, so the employee's gross pay is $52,120. The employee is available for 1,720 hours per year. This is 215 days. Dividing the available work hours into the pay rate gives us an employee cost per hour of $30.30 for step 2. Select Next. Employees often receive additional amounts due to their increased skills or additional tasks they take on. These allowances are entered here. As an example, we'll say this employee receives an additional 3% on top of their base pay for being a first aid officer. We'll also add $20 per week for holding a personal technical license and pay them an additional 2% on top of their base pay because they order materials. Select Next. We can continue to enter some predefined descriptions or enter our own. We'll enter an example of Site Manager and add $30 per week for this task. Select Next. You can see the system has calculated the additional cost per hour for each of the items. In step 2, based on the available work hours, we calculated the employee's hourly cost rate was $30.30. Totaling these allowances adds $2.76 per hour, so employee cost total hourly rate now is $33.06. Let's select Next. If the employee is required to pay superannuation or retirement fund costs, enter the amount here. We'll enter 10% of their base pay. The same for payroll tax. We'll say 5.45%, and employment insurance we'll put at 1.2%. If you have your own descriptions, you can enter them here. Let's select Next. The superannuation cost adds $3.03, payroll tax $1.65, employment insurance 36 cents per hour. So step 2 was $30.30, step 3 was $2.76, step 4, this step, adds $5.04 per hour. Our employee cost is now $38.11. Select Next. Employers regularly assign items to employees that must be added to their hourly rate cost. In this example, we'll use a motor vehicle. We'll enter the vehicle description. We'll enter the rental, lease or loan amount of $1,000 per month, insurance cost of $500 per year, fuel costs of $100 per week, servicing cost of $500 per year, and repair cost of $300 per year. In item 5.8, we'll add the description road tolls and assign $20 per week for this cost. Select Next. We can now assign multiple pieces of technical equipment to an employee, say cable tester. Costs us $20 per month to lease it. Maintenance is $10 per year. Calibration is $100 per year. Insurance is $120 per year. We select add. We can now enter another piece of equipment if we choose, or select next to continue. If the employee is provided with protective clothing, we enter it here. We'll enter one set of protective footwear at $100 per year, 3 sets of work pants at $30 each, 5 shirts at $40 each, 1 jacket at $120 each. We won't have a vest, and as example we'll put a hat at $30 per year. Select next. If you provide the employee with personal protective equipment, say yes. We have some predefined items, or you can enter your own. We'll enter one hard hat at $100 per year. Select next. It's common now for employees to be provided with telecommunications items such as laptops and mobile phones. These get entered here. Our cost to buy, rent or hire a mobile phone is entered here. So we'll say it's one mobile phone at $10 per month, and we allocate core costs of $100 per month. We could also enter a laptop, and the rental of a laptop may be $30 per month, and you can enter any other item. Let's select next. If the company provides the employee with tools, we select. We have some predefined items, or you can enter your own. We'll enter one ladder at $200 per year and 2 drills at $50 per year. We can enter additional items, or we can select next. So step 10 now shows us that the vehicle has added $11.36 to the hourly rate, the technical equipment 27 cents, the protective clothing 31 cents, the personal protective equipment 6 cents, telecommunications, the mobile phone and laptop 98 cents, and tools 17 cents. So going through the totals of each step, our employee cost was $30.30, our allowances were $2.76, our employment costs were $5.04, and the other costs are $13.16. You'll see our employee cost is $51.27 per hour. This is far greater than the $25 per hour you're paying them. Select next. The system now provides an overall summary of the information you've entered. It also now calculates the normal time, time and a half, double time and a half, and triple time cost rates. You'll note that the time and a half value is actually less than the normal time. You'll think this is an error. Being that the normal time cost of the employee has to include all of the additional items such as motor vehicle, laptops, tools, test equipment, all these costs are added to the employee's normal time hourly rate. When the employee is working outside normal time, these costs do not need to be added on. Select next. The system allows you to print the information. We hope you enjoyed the brief demonstration of the Panacea Labour Rate Calculator. It can be found at ratecalculator.dpv.com.au, or you can visit our website at dpv.com.au and select on the Rate Calculator tab. Thanks for watching.